Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for January 27th, 28th, and 29th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, couple of things. One is if you're new, or even if you're not, if you're a cross watcher and you've not heard this before, this is the introduction. I tag this to all the videos. So if you want to just go straight to the video, I am going to put down over in the description the timestamp. Now, and so you can just bypass. I hope you watch it at least one time. Now, the other thing is we're going to be starting on Rumble, or at least I'm going to try to post these on Rumble. Not sure how that's going to work. I will try to still have that timestamp so that you can bypass, but this will be seen on all videos. It will also be it'll also be its own individual, video. So what we do is when I am reading for the weekend, I use my Radleigh Valentine deck, my Angel Tarot cards, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will be pulling one from my Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, Angels of Abundance, and then I end with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, since we're coming into Rumble, I thought I would add Angel Answers Oracle cards from Radleigh Valentine also. So basically that'll be okay, have your question ready and let's pull a card and see what happens. Now, during the introduction, I use because I do a kind of a global what on earth is happening in the earth, I will use my Waite Rider traditional tarot, and I will pull from my Osha Zen tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to let the messages flow and deliver them to you. And it's made it a lot easier when I realized I did not have to understand it all. Now, a couple of things going on. Let's go on and just see what is going on in the world and the stars. Basically, we are in Aquarius season, but we have on the 27th Venus entering into Pisces. So Venus is leaving Aquarius and going into Pisces. Pisces is the last of the astrological signs for the year. It's dreamy. It's very intuitive. It's a lot of feelings and a lot of possibilities. We also have Neptune in Pisces, so there's a lot of deep energies with that too. Now, Venus is about relationships. It's about new starts also. There's new starts, there's a hope. There's all the possibilities. So Venus is going from the intellectual possibilities to the dreams again. Venus in Pisces can be a little foolish, but foolish in that good way. It's not a way that's, like you're being silly or stupid. No. It's just kind of maybe you're being a little whimsical. Maybe you're going after some of those dreams that you just never thought were possible for you. So now on the 30th, the 30th of January, we have Mercury, which is in Capricorn, trining with Uranus, which is in Taurus. So we have the two earth energies, your job, your career, your home, your money. And we have Mercury, which is, electronics, but it's also about messages. And, so we have Uranus as expect the unexpected. The interesting thing, too, about Uranus, and remember this, is that it's always it's a liberator in many ways. It tries to free you from whatever, from the doldrums of the day. But sometimes it's not necessarily, a lot of times it's not necessarily an easy switch. And then on the 30th, we also have the Sun in Aquarius trining with Mars in Gemini. We have that air energy again, that thought process is thinking things through, making some plans, hearing some news with with the sun sign, the sun energy focusing, and that Mars energy confrontation. So there could be some interesting confrontations during that time also, but they'll be very well thought out. And then when we go into February, remember we have the full moon, 4th, 5th, I think, and that is in Leo. So interesting energies there. So now let's go on and just kind of see, like I think I've said, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Whatever the message is, I'm just going to let it flow. And let's see what we have here. So this is the Waite Rider Traditional. Okay, higher power. What's going on? What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to watch for? Okay, we have a card that has fallen out. Well, actually, it's flipped, and we have the Hanged Man. Now, remember that numbers are very important also. So on this, we have a 10 and we actually have a 12. We have a 10 and a 2. 2 is crossroads choices. 10 is transitional energy. It is, things have to move forward. But then we can add the 1 plus the 2, we come to a 3, and that can be, basically that can be all about celebration, creativity. Now the Hanged Man is looking at things from a totally different perspective. So it's kind of like, there is, and remember Uranus has gone direct. And it's a slow motion right now. So, and expect the unexpected. And I just said it's a break free type of energy. So there could be something in the world that's kind of like, you don't take it at face value. Just don't take it at face value. All right, it's whatever it is. Don't take it as face value. My thing is always don't be afraid. Don't be fearful, because fear, again, too, like I'm always saying, is a tool of the devil, and it tries to trap you, okay? So something could be going on that we need to look deeper into, and we just cannot take it at face value. Okay, let's see. Higher power, what else do you want to say? Here we go for this weekend. Now remember, anything reversed to me has stronger energies. And this came out, strong energy too. So again, I really get this. Don't take it at, face value. Things aren't what they seem to be. It kind of has that, what is it? Would it be the 7 of Swords? It's like, that you might be directed to look here, and really this is what's going on. Okay, so let's see here. Next card is, we have Judgment. Again, this one is reversed. So we have a 20 energy. We have that 2 energy. We have 2 10s, so transition. We have that 20 energy, the 2 crossroads choices, decisions coming together. 0 God source energy. So there is something very big happening in the universe. It'd be interesting to see when the weekend is here, what the Schumann resonance is like. Are we being whited out again? Because we've had a couple of those times, and then we have times of very stable energies, and then we get these really, in the last couple of days, we've had these really strong whiteout energies too. So Judgment is looking at things kind of like, there's forgiveness with this. There is forgiveness, because if we cannot forgive ourselves and others, how are we to be forgiven? There is looking at things in a way of being kind of like, it's looking at our past, our present, it's looking at our history. If we don't learn from history, we're doomed to recreate our, the same mistakes. But again, there's a lot of, we have to be very realistic. We have to look at it as it is. And also too, we did the best we could with what we had. So it's Judgment is not necessarily punitive, though sometimes we do have to make amends with Judgment. But it's really our own, it's really, facing higher power, God, source, and kind of saying, yeah, this is where I am, this is what I did, but now I understand it a little bit more. I'll never understand it fully, but I understand it a little bit more. Forgiveness, again, forgiveness is not for so much the other person as it is for yourself. And then Judgment comes and says, let's move on. So we've got a lot of looking around here. Again, this is, looking at things a little differently, looking at ourselves a little bit differently. It's kind of coming to the realization. And remember, yes, I know, Saturn is in Aquarius right now. Remember, Saturn is a very much rules, regulations, constriction. Aquarius is free thinking. It's about the communication. It's about the people, the community. I always look at Saturn, and I've been saying this for 2+ years. It's all about illusion versus the reality. And so there's a lot of reality energy here. Now, next card. Now we have the moon. So we've got a lot of major arcana energy here. So we have an 18 here. So we have the 10, 1, 0. Now 5 is about change, and then 3 is celebration, like I said. 18, again, the 10 transition. 8 is unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. And you can add the 1 and 8 together. It becomes a 9. You've got, hey, everything, wrap it up. Everything's done. So the moon's been coming out a lot in a lot of my personal readings. There's hidden energies. There is things that we just don't know what's going on. It just feels very kind of unsettling in some ways, because remember, the moon does affect the earth. It does affect the water, the tides, the gravitational pulls, or however you want to say it. There is always an effect, but the moon also has things that is hidden. The moon also has things that we are not aware, things going on, like they say, behind the scenes, okay? So we are in a waxing moon right now, so that is the new moon, which we just had, and it was a super moon. It is getting larger and larger. It is the requesting moon. Now, the other thing about the moon, though, I'm looking at this, and it's like the moon is pulling out the feral energies, the not the phalo, but the feral energies. It's even though it's hidden and it doesn't give a large glow, it gives enough of a light. It's like it's shining a light. It's, if you watch and you look, you're gonna see some of the the stuff that's tried to come against us, come against the world in many ways. Not quite sure. But the moon also tells you to follow your intuition. The moon also says, pray, meditate. And all of these are about praying and meditating. And, the tarot cards are actually an extremely spiritual cards with messages. So the moon, hidden energies, intuitive energies, things happening behind the scenes. There is something about these dogs. It's kind of like it's pulling out the dark energies too. And, and again, for it to be seen. Okay. You tell me what you're thinking about this. You let me know. Okay. So let's see what else we might have here. So let's see. Osha Zen Tarot. Oops, not this. Osha Zen Tarot. What do you have? What's the world? Higher power. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What should we be aware of? There's a lot. Your energy is very high here right now. There's a lot of looking underneath, looking beneath, looking at ourselves, looking at what's going on. Okay, so now we get ripeness. Now, again, we get that 9. Everything's coming together. You've got everything you need. Ripeness is everything's ready. Everything's ready. The fruit is falling off the vine. It's now, there's a sense of time. There's a sense of whatever this is going on, everything's ripe. Is there a ripe, the things, whatever this changes, whatever these strong energies, we are ripe. We are ripe. Things are happening. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens on this weekend. But ripeness has a really interesting, like I said, the fruit is ready, the fruit is falling, things are ripe, we're ripe. Okay, meditate. I'll say this is a good weekend to meditate, to reach out, to pray, however it is that you connect. Now, please, please, please do me a favor. Please go down here to like, share, subscribe, clicking on bells or clicking on whatever it is for notifications that you might need. I am going to be trying to upload this on Rumble, so we will see what we will see. But also, too, should you just be watching the introduction, I always end, and I truly mean this. Always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye. Hello, my Leos. So let's see what we've got going on. Okay, I think I talked about Uranus going direct in the intro. I think that there's something going on with Taurus and the Sun. I talk about that all the time. So something I think on the 30th, there's some little bit of shifts. We have Venus in Pisces, so that's really strong too. But then we are coming up to your full moon. Your full moon, I think it's going to be a big, I know, I got to get a little bit more vibes with this, but, because I'm a Leo too, that. I do feel like it's a big deal. It's a big thing. It's a big change. So let's see what we have going on for my Leos for the weekend. It could be it could be the prep work, the prep work happening, because I think that, is it opposing Uranus or is it squaring? So it's kind of a Leo's coming up against Uranus in some ways around that full moon, and I feel like the lion is going to be roaring. Okay, let's see what we have for you. Leo, okay, God, Source, what do you want to say for our Leos? I feel like it's going to be a moon that makes things roar. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and right now it's like the prep. We're getting, like a sous chef. We're getting everything ready, all the things being put in place. Okay, let's see what this is. This is reversed, so a little stronger. Let's see what we've got going on. First, money. Oh, I love the money. I love me some money. So the 6 of Earth. 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into something. Earth is our Capricorn, our Taurus, and our Virgo energy. And Capricorn and Taurus, I talked about that around that 30th. And then also, like I said, something's going to happen with that full moon where Taurus, it's either squaring or opposing the moon. So it's kind of like it's kind of like, like I said, the Leo, the lion is about to roar. So the 6 of Earth is about money coming in. Where is it coming from? We're not really even sure. Well, a lot of times, because it's a 6, it's something you put in, you've invested, and I don't do financial investments, but it's something, you've put your time, your energy, your money, something happening, and now there's a return on it. However, it's unexpected. So there's been an interest. Maybe you put something away back in the 2010, and now it's kind of like, remember that stock you bought, or remember that that little thing that you invested in, or maybe that little object that you bought. Now it's worth a little bit more, and it's like now the money comes in. Now the money comes, turns around. It could also be that maybe somebody that you have helped in the past, maybe somebody that you have helped you helped them financially, you helped them in some ways, and now they look to see, how can we repay you? And you're like, well, I didn't do it for repayment, but then the 6 of Earth, the people, the whatever it is, says, no, this is a karmic energy, a karmic closing of the loop, and this is a repayment. Okay, so gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debt. Your next card is the Dreamer. Okay, now Aries just got this too. Not these two cards, but Aries got this. So if you have any Aries in your birth chart, you might want to take a look at this. I'm getting all the words are trying to come out of my mouth. Okay, so the Dreamer is a 0, God's source energy. This is the Fool. This is stepping out on faith, not necessarily knowing why you're doing what you're doing. Archangel Metatron is Enoch, or is believed to be Enoch before the flood. Interesting story with Enoch. Enoch walked on earth, talked with God, transformed, never died, transformed into the heavens, believed to be Archangel Metatron. Very wise, knows what the human condition is all about. The Fool, the leap of faith, the dreams opening up, kind of like maybe you've been at a stalemate and now it's time for you to start moving again. Things are starting to move. Things are starting to flow. This is a very positive energy, and it has something to do with the money, honey. Okay, a leap, not that you're doing it. That's the thing about this, is you're not doing it for the money, but a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Next card, reversed, the 7 of Earth. You're ready. You're ready for some changes. You're ready. You are where you're supposed to be. There's a divine energy. 7 is a divine number. There's, divine umbrella, divine intervention, interference, but it's divine number. And it's like you've been placed here for whatever this purpose is. You are very, very ready. It's just a matter of, do you take that step? Do you take that leap? Do you move forward with that? But you're ready. You've got everything you need. You're ready. You've been prepared. You've either prepared yourself or you've been prepared by divine energies. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, so just wait, you don't have to do anything. Unnecessary worry. 607706. Whoa. Okay, now I'm calming down a little bit. Now, okay, higher power. What else would you like to say using these cards? Speaking through me, what would you like to say for our Leos? For our Leos. Yeah, 607706. It could be a 67, it could be a 76. But here we are. Let's see. For my Leos. Leo, Leo, Leo. Solitude. This is a major arcana. This is considered the Hermit card. There is a 9. A 9 says, let's wrap it up. You've got everything you need. The Hermit is taking a step back to meditate, to study, to connect with God. But this is about, this is, again, taking a step, going into your cave, going into, the Hermit is not a crazy person in a cave that, people are afraid of. The Hermit is making a decision to step back, to connect. Again, there's a lot of connection. There's a lot. I'm always looking at her book, though. You notice how the book is open to us? And, she's looking down at it, but the book is opened to us. So there is a sharing energy here. There is a sharing of knowledge, a sharing possibly of spirituality. We have a star in there, too. This reminds me of a chess piece, so that the game, I'm not quite sure what that's about, but it's, again, she's sharing, but yet she is, this is about, who is she sharing with? God, source, maybe. Again, there is this connection because the Hermit connects. The Hermit finds enlightenment. The Hermit finds a way to move forward. Okay, so let's see. So you have a lot of major arcana. You have a lot of faith energy here. You have a lot of earth energy. So something that you've been putting energy into, it feels like it's going to pay off. And it feels like it might even put you or face you in a new direction. Okay, angels of abundance. Can you clarify this, or would you clarify this, or will you clarify this? I always want to ask the question correctly, because could they? Yeah, they can, but will they? Okay, let's see. What else do you have for our Leos? Holy Spirit, angels, what do you have for our Leos? What else for our Leos? What else for our Leos? Here we go. Raise or promotion. Okay, well, there's the money thing. Okay, congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Okay, let's see now. Crystal or energy? Crystal or energy? Keep up the good work. Divine guidance. A lot of divine guidance with that. A lot of divine guidance with that too. So 0 to 9. 0 to 9 in, what, 60 seconds? No, less than that. Here we go. Let's see what we might have here. And for my Leos, Earth. And another thing that Aries got. So if you, like I said, if you have Aries in your sign, you might want to take a look. Abundance, fertility, harvesting, and logic. Interesting. Keep grounded in many ways. Sometimes we can be very much into the spiritual world or the metaphysical that we don't lose our connection, but we lose track of the physical. Yeah. Okay. I told you the angel answers from Radleigh Valentine. Please do not make life decisions based upon this because, yeah, they are interesting cards. They really, really are. And I've used them and it's like, no, that's not my answer I wanted. But in retrospect, many times it was the right answer. But I didn't like that. Anyway, let's see what else we might have. So Leos, get your question ready. What is it? What is it that you want? So let's see what we've got here. Okay. Okay, this is a little more definitive of an answer. So let's see what we have here. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay, well, that kind of gives me a little bit of an answer. So don't stop, my Leos. You're on a new journey. Don't stop. Okay, so my Leos, let me know what you thought. Give me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. Again, I'm trying to get these on Rumble. They're taking a little longer to load, but that's okay. We'll get them there. Anyway, my Leos, go down, like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. As always, though, my Leos, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.